right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I think so, Zana. I think so. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Now, let me just see you guys, because you guys on YouTube might have some background music made for us here from the Topstep crew. Let me see if this I can get this to work. Oh, that's very loud. Let me see. That's very loud. Let me turn this down a bit. Sorry, guys, 2 seconds. Let me see. Let me just let me see if that's a bit too loud. You guys on YouTube, give me 2 seconds soon, guys. Let me see. If I mute it for me, let me see. Is that too loud? Let me see. Let me see. Let me just a little bit. Too loud. You guys on YouTube, give me 2 seconds soon, guys. Let me see. More so because it's coming through my computer. Where are we? Oh, Bruno's here. Bruno is the Topstep guys. Give me some background music today. Is it too loud? Is it better than having no music? Yeah, how was the Asia stream today, guys? How was the Asia session? You guys have a good Asia stream today? Gold ended up having a big break back higher again, which, to be honest, I was actually looking for gold to continue selling off a bit. I thought gold was going to have a bit of a pullback, but continued getting higher and higher. Let me just see what Bruno's saying here. Not loud. It's good. It's not annoying or anything. I haven't fully checked it all out yet. You can barely hear it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it too quiet? Maybe that's better. If it's too quiet, Bruno, let me know. Definitely I can turn it up. But if it's fine as is without it, then I can turn it off. Close your eyes and press button saying it's market. Keep buying. Really good stream. Nice. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. You got gold having a big break back higher again after you created a very too quiet. Okay. Let me see. That should be better, man. If that's a bit too loud now, I can see it's about medium on OBS right now. Yep, kept the capital during Asia. Nice. We are. You guys probably would have seen this morning. Right now, minis are blocked on Topstep, which, to be honest, I think is a good thing. So we are just trading we're just trading micros anyway. Again, guys, I'm trading the combine here. Gold's already up quite a lot. I'm only $500-ish away from passing this, so perfect now. Cool. Thank you, Bruno. Welcome back, everyone. When you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. Been trading for about 7 years and mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. Now, if you guys were on fast markets yesterday, I took 2 trades. I took an initial loss trying to short gold for a pullback into 4,900. Shorts didn't work, and then I took the longs up into these hourly highs. And then pretty much you ranged for the whole entire day on gold, which is a little bit of a shame because I was hoping we could get some nice gold trades for a breakout into the New York stream with the fast markets crew. However, gold just chopped around. So I pretty much just walked away after that. I was like, I don't want to sit in this range. I thought maybe we'd come down and manipulate some lows a little bit more. So I got shorted here, 2 minis. As soon as it tagged lows, closed bullish, cut my trade. As soon as we started forming a 30-minute morning star, I got right back in and made back the loss pretty quick with just a single micro. So it was a interesting day yesterday. Not the easiest of days. You can kind of see gold just pretty much chopped for the whole entire day. Now, why was this not really surprising, and why did I not try and trade too much and go too crazy? Well, remember, I'll just show you guys this before we jump on and start, looking for trades for long, because it's important. Now, why is it not really surprising to see gold range like this yesterday? Well, what have we already done so much this week? Obviously, we've had huge moves up, but we've grabbed all liquidity levels, and gold's bullish. And so there's no real upside liquidity levels. There's also no real downside liquidity levels. You have support here, you had resistance here. And you sat in this range from 8 a.m. London time all the way until Asia the next day. And you just went sideways, chop, 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 chop. And I actually made money yesterday. And I didn't trade in any of this crap. And I didn't sit here and watch this for hours and hours and hours a day. I didn't take loads of trades and start revenge trading and start watching the 5 minute trying to chase every single breakout. Because understanding that hourly is extremely choppy. Now, the only nice trade in this range is the one that I took on fast markets, was that hourly morning star play here. Look at this. Hourly morning star play right here. Which is also a 30-minute morning star right there. Again, not the cleanest, but it was a real nice trade in that range. Oh, nice. Let's see, Sean. Let's see. You got an Asia trade. Nice. 30-minute fake out. Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. There was a, so yeah, that was New York yesterday. Kind of chopped the whole entire day. Asia breaking higher again today already. So gold on a beautiful, beautiful recovery. Now let's adjust these levels a little bit here. We got 5100 above this. We have 5200, and there was actually some pre-London buys here that I was tempted to take. You had this nice 30-minute fake out here. Look at this, the 30-minute broke bearish, broke right back above. So I was tempted to buy from here. Now, the only reason I didn't buy from here is because I feel like I was just buying right into resistance with no real liquidity targets. So, yeah, I didn't take this 30-minute fake out. Wouldn't have been the worst trade in the world. You maybe could have got maybe a quick 1-to-1 or it's like a 0.5. It's not the best. But there was a 30-minute fake out, which was also a hourly liquidity wick. So hourly liquidity wick, 30-minute fake out. But now on gold, we are right back up. 5100 is big resistance. A very big resistance where, you know, gold hasn't really pulled back from any of this big move up that we've seen since Monday. You know, Monday opened, sold off, found some massive support, and has got bought right back up. We're back up 15% on gold. 6,800 ticks, 680 points. Like that's a huge recovery right there for gold. So if I was looking at this, you know, I try and look at the markets from that. Let's get what's all these levels. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of all this. Obviously, we're trading on the micros here today, guys, because normal GC is blocked, which, to be honest, I think is a good thing. So if you're wondering why you can't trade GC, you would have had an email and a notification here on TopstepX that GC is restricted. Right now, we're just trading micros, which, to be honest, is more than enough anyway. So if I was looking at gold from more of a higher time frame perspective, I really look at this and think the gold needs to see a pullback. You know, you at least back down into anywhere back down into these areas. So I was actually thinking for Asia today, you might get a bit of a pullback, but you're just continuing to break back higher. Now, where could we top out at and find some resistance? Probably up here to the left. You have this nice level at anywhere around 51.30. So is there room to potentially squeeze us a little bit higher before getting that pullback? Yes, possibly. We kind of have some nice potential liquidity levels shaping up here at 51.42, where if we get people shorting here, maybe risking off that high, so maybe there's an opportunity to buy up into here. At least with the buys, you're following the trend so far today. Before then, maybe you short gold for a bit of a pullback. In terms of news, what do we have on the calendar today? Let's have a look here. What do we have on the calendar? Wednesday, the 4th of February, we have... wait, is it still government shutdown, right? Is it still government shutdown? We have ADP non-farm employment changes, and we have PMI. But again, depends on what we had overnight. Let me see here. Nothing too crazy. what was this? 10 hours ago. Trump signs bill to end partial U.S. government shutdown. This was 10 hours ago. So Trump signs bill to end partial U.S. shutdown. That was that was about 10 hours ago. So Goldie, yeah, nice. Yeah, that was a great call right there, Sean. Did you take that trade, man? You take that trade? That was a lovely trade. Clear targets. Nice 30-minute fake out. After grabbing the downside liquidity as well. I like that trade, man. I like that trade. So, yeah, let's see if we can... I mean, gold is still shaping up like a bit of a morning star play here. Look at this. You reject. You grab the lows. You wick all the way back above. We should be continuing to buy. And should only really be looking at that. And I'm really concerned with gold is... Not only are we buying right into resistance. It's okay to buy into resistance if you have liquidity targets. But you can kind of see here on gold, we came up, we just wicked the highs and just had aggressive sell-off. And now we're trying to get back above. Shape it up as I just checked the charts. Yeah, nice. Great trade, Sean. Great trade, man. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Did it kind of line up with breaking above view app as well? Where was it? Around here, yeah. Breaking back above. So you got long around here, right? Around this one? Where's that on the lower time frame? Yeah, breaking back above you up, holding it. Nice trade. Nice trade, man. Nice trade. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Nico. Yeah, I would rather see. I don't really want to see gold go back to all-time highs either. Because yeah, I agree. When gold is where it's at right now, it's nice having price action to the left to be able to actually judge, take profit areas off, and levels to trade into. Whereas if we start getting back to all-time highs, that's where it kind of gets tricky again. And the only real trade at all-time highs is buying into all-time highs. But when we jump on and we're at all-time highs, yeah, that's where it gets pretty tough. So yeah, I agree. I would rather see gold create like a big range in between this all-time high and this February low than break back to all-time highs, but we'll see. Wouldn't be too surprising. Good morning, Aaron. Anthony, good morning, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's have a look. Took the 30-minute fake out first hour of the Asia. Thoughts on that setup? If you took this one, did you take this one? Here? If you took that one, that 30-minute fake out, then yes, that was exactly what the guys on some of the guys on Zoom took. Yes, if you took this one, this was a great trade. It was also a great hourly liquidity grab. Look at that, nice hourly liquidity grab. After grabbing downside levels yesterday, we came out, we wicked out the lows, we broke back above. So if you took that 30-minute fake out up into this resistance, yeah, that was a beautiful trade right there. That's a look at that, 500 ticks. That's a great trade. 1 micro, $500. 2 micros, $1,000. That's a fantastic trade. Took the same, nice. Yeah, that was a beautiful trade. Good job to you guys who took that trade. That was fantastic. Fantastic trade. Fantastic trade. Yep, nice. Let me see, where are we? Think gold will go to new all-time highs? I don't know too much, man. I don't know. It wouldn't really surprise me too much. Like I say, I kind of hope not, so we can have nicer trades to take. Could it go back? I mean, look at this crazy recovery. Look at this current weekly. Came down, tagged weekly lows, held massive previous resistance from October. Could that be one huge liquidity grab for lots of swing buyers? And now we start to break back high, maybe make a run for 6,000. I mean, it's very possible. Very possible. This daily is on a great recovery as well. Perfect daily morning star play down there. So yeah, it wouldn't be too surprising. It wouldn't be too surprising. With the amount stocks are selling off as well. Safe haven gold. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me too much. Consider a short. I kind of just went over the shorts, but like I said, I'm not really too interested in shorts right now because gold's been so bullish. But if I was going to short gold, I would have to see a pretty decent liquidity grab before then maybe getting short. But right now, I'm not really interested in shorts, to be honest. No, I'm not too sure. I can't trade minis, that's for sure. Yep, NQ, we could break down NQ, absolutely. If you trade the 5 minute and the ATR is at least 10 points, 5 micros, risk of $500. Do you really want trades with greater risk? I don't use ATR and I don't judge stops based off ATR, so I can't really say, to be honest, man. To me, ATR is not something I use to measure stops. My stops are based off liquidity levels. Bitcoin sitting support, nice. I did buy some Bitcoin, very small amounts, but I have started to buy some Bitcoin at 75. Also buying a lot of stocks. Let me get rid of all these. Let's get rid of all these levels. Yeah, look at that. Great bounce off. I was more so watching the spot chart to come down and tag these lows of April. So anywhere below these April lows to me is a good point to see if we can buy some Bitcoin. So yeah, I bought some Bitcoin. To me, 75 is a too good of an area not to buy. Now, will I hold this up into new all-time highs? Absolutely not. I don't care about holding into all-time highs. But if you look at where Bitcoin is, you know, whether it takes a couple months, even for a decent pullback, you know, you're talking like 20, 30% pullbacks. And buying at this good of a level, yeah, to me is looking good. So yeah, I did buy some Bitcoin. Very small. I will look to buy anywhere between 75 and 70. I'm buying some Bitcoin. Because to me, it's like I say, it's at that good of a level that even if this isn't the break into all-time high, which I don't really care about, I never trade into all-time highs, but even if it's not, and even if it's just a pullback into like, you know, 90, 95, before that maybe going lower, my thought process from here is, well, even that right there, that's a 25% pullback. I'll take a 25% pullback for sure. Same as a lot of stocks right now. So yeah, 75 is a great level, but I've mainly been watching Bitcoin on the spot chart, BTC USD. Where are we? Where are we right now? We tagged April the 7th weekly lows, and that's where I was watching to find a liquidity grab to potentially buy back. If I want to enter in more, you know, maybe wait for some bullish structure. But like I said, Bitcoin could take a good couple of weeks before you see anything really significant. But yeah, it is a very, very, very nice level. Very, very, very nice level. Let's have a look at Goldie here, guys. We got London Open in 8 minutes. Ideally, we can continue buying. Again, I'm going to struggle to buy this high, guys. I am. It's really, really tough for London, but I'm going to struggle to want to buy gold this high. If I do take any trades, it'll be some very quick 5-minute trades. Like I say, this combine that I'm trading here, I'm $500 away from passing, but doesn't have to come today. Doesn't have to come right now. Doesn't have to come tomorrow. If it happens, it happens. I'm being very cautious trading the XFAs. I just requested a payout start of the week, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to hit before I go back to trading my XFAs. I traded the XFAs yesterday on fast markets. Took a nice $1,000 yesterday. I think I took a nice across 2 accounts, like 1.7 or 1.5 or something. But with where gold is right now in London, yeah, I'm not trading the XFAs. This one, what did we take yesterday? Yesterday took 1.39 yesterday. Live accounts, you mean with Topstep, man, or personal? Yeah, 100% Senate, definitely. 5 micros is more than enough, man. More. No, just XFAs, man. Just XFAs. Yeah, 5 micros is more than enough. I think people will get annoyed that you can't trade minis, but man, micros is more than enough. More than enough. Yeah, NQ. We can have a look at NQ. What we're buying Bitcoin on, just any crypto. I can't recommend crypto exchanges. I'm sure you guys can probably have a look into them. Oh, nice, Ian. Look at this. Just took a payout on Topstep, 2.6K. Amazing, Ian. Trading only 1 to 2 micros. Mostly's been good. First payout in a long time. Not gonna lie, that's fantastic, Ian. Absolutely amazing, man. Let me save that. That's incredible. 2.6 thousand is a great payout, man. Absolutely amazing work. Amazing work, man. Good job. Yeah, let's have a look. We can have a look at NQ. Just kind of trying to see if gold does shape up. We've got London Open in 5 minutes as well. I was watching NQ yesterday on Fast Markets, watching this absolutely crazy sell-off. Huge sell-off. Where did we sell off? Right above previous daily highs. Look at this. We tagged previous daily highs and had a huge sell-off. But with that being said, you know, it is still a big, massive, higher time frame range on NQ. I'm glad to be not trading NQ, to be honest. I think gold and silver are way nice. Look at this on NQ. You've been stuck in this huge range since December. Created a high, a low, and you've just been stuck in between that. Now, what is nice on NQ is the fact that you have this big range. So here's our big range. And what do? We came up, we manipulated the highs of the range. But what have we not really done to the downside? Well, we haven't really manipulated the downside to the range, which is typically what you can see when you see these overall ranges. You see the highs tagged and then you typically come for the lows. So I would be looking for NQ to find some resistance and keep selling. I think you get a lot of people trying to buy here, more likely to see this continue pushing lower, as long as the daily doesn't close bullish. If the daily starts breaking back above these areas, you know, shorts aren't interesting. But with where we are right now, to me, there's a lot of downside levels to see NQ come and manipulate into. Again, in terms of London, there's already been great buys here. Look at these buys on here. Look at this. Tag the lows, close bullish. Again, NQ is a market that absolutely moves pre-London, and you're already pushing pretty nicely here. Look at this already. Already NQ having a great push up. So if you want to short NQ or you want to trade NQ, I would wait to see if we can break back below, because right now we're breaking out to the upside. So although I think we can come down and grab some lows, right now this is a market that's breaking out, pulling back, breaking out. Would I want to buy? Would I want to buy NQ? Not really. I wouldn't want to be buying into any of these areas. So I'd be waiting for NQ to maybe find some resistance and break out to potentially go short. In terms of London trades, you guys want to trade NQ in London, you have to trade pre-London. NQ moves way before London Open. 6 to 7 a.m. London time. Almost every time that we do look at gold breaking higher as well, every time we do look at NQ in London, it's always moving around that 6 to 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is typically where the decent move comes in. Look at that, 7 o'clock already pushing. 5 a.m. held the lows, closed bullish. Look at this, you can see even here in the 30, look at this, tagged lows, closed bullish, broke out, continued running. Into where? Look at this, perfect. Double top target. Look, if this was gold, that'd be a beautiful trade. You grab the lows, which, to be honest, looks pretty similar to the trade that you guys took in Asia. You tagged the lows, you closed bullish, you made a run for some nice highs. Well, if you look at this in Asia, in gold, tagged the lows here, you broke out, had some nice highs. Very similar setup. Very similar setup. So yeah, NQ's already having a great push. So for London, yeah, I would wait to see if you can see some selling come in, and then I'll just be looking to follow it. I wouldn't try and short up here though. I also personally wouldn't be a buyer up here. Let's have a look at silver. See if silver can give some trades. Haven't been looking at silver too much just because gold's been moving so well, but we can definitely keep an eye on silver as well. Yeah, they blocked blocked minis, which to be honest is a good thing. I think a lot of people were taking too crazy of risk trading the minis. The minis are way too volatile on gold. Is the background music on already? Let me see. the background music broken already, Bruno? No, working. There you go. That one song was corrupt, but it's working now. Yeah, I believe it's a 5 for a 50. Yeah, 5 micros for a 50. For me here, it could be a 10. So we got London Open here, guys. London Open. It's for a few markets. Yeah. So what can we see here? Previous hourly here on gold. What do? We came down. We tagged the lows. We held support. We continued buying here at 7 a.m. And now with where gold is right now, let's see. Are we going to pull back or are we going to continue pushing? Right now we're bullish. Avoidable loss. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't take that trade, Tim. No, I don't know why you would be a short there, man. That's a 30-minute fake out to go long. You got shorter hourly support. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't take that trade. You got short hourly support. This is where I was saying we could be taking 30-minute fake out longs. Sorry, not shorts, longs. You're buying gold because gold's bullish. Don't short because you think price can pull back. Remember, the markets don't care about what you think can happen. Are the markets bullish or bearish right now? They're bullish. So you trade what you think. You will just always be fighting the markets. Where if you bought gold at this support, you'd be up. You'd be up like 200 ticks right now. So yeah, definitely an avoidable loss, man. Definitely. I can see what you're thinking. You know, the 30-minute closing bearish, but yeah, we're not trying to short gold. Then there's also no downside targets as well. There's no downside targets on gold. And this exact same setup happened yesterday. Look at this. Spoke about on one of our one-to-ones yesterday. Look at this. Same thing happened yesterday. If you tried to short the exact same trade yesterday, look at it. It's pretty much the exact same thing. Didn't work. Why did it not work? Well, because gold's bullish. Look at this. Same thing yesterday. You tagged highs and closed bearish. Time to go short. Well, no. Why? Because there's no downside targets. So it didn't work here, and it's this right here is the exact same here. Look at this, exact same. So if anything, I would be looking for fake out buys. Fake out buys. Exactly. Yep. Every single trade has to have targets. No trade should be based off thought that we think it can pull back or we think price can do this. Remember, the markets don't care about what we think. It's okay to draw up what we think might happen, but if we're bullish, we're bullish. Whatever we think goes out the window. Same as, you know, I think gold can pull back. Will I short gold because I think it pull back? Absolutely not. Gold's bullish. You tagged hourly lows and held support. So below these hourly lows is where we should be buying. So we should actually be marking on these hourly lows, dropping down to lower time frame and looking for longs. So look at this long, like long right here. This would have been a great long. Even just taking that 30-minute flip. You know, 123 ticks. Like, man, it's a good trade. Definitely, yeah, definitely an avoidable loss. You also have to ask yourself, you know, if you, same as me right now, although I didn't trade Asia, if I had got this buy because I saw this great setup, would I be selling up here right now? No, definitely not. And if the answer is no, then I should just walk away from this price action. If this is the trade that I know I should be in, then I shouldn't start shorting up here because I didn't get the longs up. That's the key part. But yeah, definitely avoidable. If I want to sell gold, well, I definitely won't sell it on a lower time frame. I'd have to see like maybe I don't even really want to sell gold. Gold's, like I say, gold's up like 6,000 ticks this week. If I want to sell gold, I have to see a strong hourly breakout, and I'll just follow it. Same as the trade from the shorts that I took on Monday, I think it was. Yeah, Monday. Shorts I took on Monday. Saw a strong breakout, and I just follow the markets. Whereas here, you could just also range. So, yeah, definitely an avoidable loss, man. I can see, like I say, I can see what you're thinking, but yeah, I wouldn't fight the markets. Gold's very, 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 very bullish. And even today, how much are we up today? We're up 1,400 ticks. Crazy. Yeah, definitely, Tim. Like I say, good man, good job on sharing the losses, man. That's what it's all about. If you wait for the markets to break out a little bit more, then follow it, I think it'll be a lot easier. But good job on sharing the loss, man. That's how we learn and get better. But yeah, it was pretty much the exact same thing here as yesterday. The reason I didn't short this evening star play yesterday on the hourly time frame is just because I had no downside targets. Although I thought price could pull back, I didn't really have anything. So with where gold is right now, it is tough because it's hard to buy up here. It's also hard to want to sell up here. You got support right here. Let's just clean this up for a second. What we got on Goldie? We got support right here. If I just make this 100, it's 100. We got support right here, and we have. Where are we? Let's take this one, and we have resistance form right here. So what do we have right now? We have a range. We have a very, very, very tight range. Not only is it a tight range, but it's a tight range when you've grabbed lows and you've also grabbed highs. So this could be an easy level. We say, you know what? We close above, I'll go long. We close below, I'll go short. Anything in between. Let's take our fingers off that trigger. I'm watching the lower time frame here on gold. Kind of just 5 minutes up and down. I remember, guys, with these ranges on gold, I said this on fast markets yesterday. With these ranges being so big, you can trade these ranges, take like 1 or 2 trades a week and be making great returns. Like these ranges and markets, like I say, gold's up 6,000 ticks. You know, if you get a fraction of that in a single trade, it's like, man, you're locking out for the week. So although these ranges are exciting and you can make loads of money, you can also see it as an opportunity to stay very patient. You could take 1 to 2 subs on a single account, make 200-300 ticks and be like, cool, job done. You make 200-400 ticks, which is not that hard in these ranges. Man, my account's done for the week. I'm locking out. I'm done. So if anything, with this crazy volatility on gold, it's more of an opportunity to say that less is absolutely more. If the markets were moving really small, you know, we'd have to take loads of trades. But when the markets are moving really big, we can, if anything, take a lot less and make great money. A lot less. Ooh, good question, David. I am working on something like this at the minute, actually, man. Not a book, but a psychology journal. But what book do I recommend for psychology? I honestly, man, I've honestly maybe read like 2 trading books. I'm not a huge fan of reading, but 2 trading books that definitely did help me is Trading in the Zone and Best Loser Wins. But the best psychological learning in trading is honestly just doing it and getting involved. But Trading in the Zone is definitely a fantastic read. I say it's probably the only that and Best Loser Wins, the only 2 trading books I've read. I'm not really a huge fan of reading, to be honest. I like a lot of trading podcasts. You know, I have plenty of trading podcasts. You guys know my favorites. I can share it if you want to, man. Yeah, Trading in the Zone, Best Loser Wins is, yeah, they're very, very good. I in my earlier days, I did read Market Wizards, but it's that long ago that I hardly remember it, to be honest. I used to read Market Wizards on my Kindle when I was traveling and trading. I used to take a little Kindle with me. But now I honestly very rarely read. I'm not a huge fan of reading. I prefer to watch podcasts or listen to podcasts. Oh, look at this guy. There you go. Did I have it in here? How do I look so different here? Did I share it here? I share it. He better not. This guy better not have clickbait me. Oh, he didn't clickbait me. Look, here you go. Top 3 books. Where is it? There it is. Trading Zone. That's the only one I actually enjoyed reading. I'm not a huge fan of reading. But yeah, Trading in the Zone is a good one for sure. Let's have a look, Cade. Let's have a look, man. Thoughts on this trade based on 30-minute was in a trade for about 3 minutes, scalped into the highs. Let's have a look, man. This looks like a pretty good trade to me. Yep, if you took it after that candle close bullish, that 30-minute fake out trade, yep, I like that, man. I like that. Which I think was around here. Here. If you took this long Cade here, definitely you have, look at this, 1, 2, 3 equal highs. So you got equal highs above here, you closed bullish. So taking it from here, just up into that resistance, 150 ticks. Yep, nice, yep, definitely. I really like that trade, man. Really, really like that trade. Clear targets here. Why is this a clear target? Well, because you haven't grabbed any of the highs. Maybe you start managing as you liquidate previous highs. But you play that one 30-minute candle right there. Yeah, 200 ticks, great trade, man. Very, very, very good trade. How much you get, man? $230, nice. $230 is very good, man. Very, very good. I mean, did you hold it for the full full TP as well, man? Like full like, up into the liquidity highs? Because that was I think you got maybe 230. So did you take it at one? Did you take it at 1 micro? Because 200 in this 130 minute you would have had what, like maybe in this 130 minute candle 183 ticks, which 183 ticks is a lot, man. I would want to be seeing more than that dollar amount wise. 100 200 tick trades, like, man, I'd want to be seeing $300 $400 $500. That's a big trade right there, because otherwise if you take this trade, you make like 200 ticks, but it's only like $100 $200, you kind of like, that's why we end up keep trading. If I take a 200 tick trade, man, I ought to be making $400 $500 to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, if you take a 200 tick trade, which is a great trade, but it's only like $200, you say to yourself, oh well, I should probably keep trading because it's only $200. So I would maybe work on that sizing a little bit, man. But it's a great trade either way. Oh, for sure. Can I do this on my Topstep combine? Take a couple of trades a week with a wide stop loss. I mean, to a degree, wide stop loss. Yeah, I mean, 100%. You only need, let's say, for a 50, $3,000. But with how big gold's moving, you know, $3,000, you do not need a lot of trades in these markets to do that. You need quality. Gradually build up. Yeah, definitely. I would work on a little bit, because like I say, that's in terms of a tick trade, that's a big tick trade. If I was to look at my tick trades, let me see if I can my tick trades are, I'm very rarely holding a 200 tick trade. Can I change it to ticks? Sure you can. How do I change it to ticks? Ticks, let me see. So my trades on Monday, 750 ticks, which well that's across a few trades. That was a 7.5k day. So if you're making, like I say, if you make like 200-300 ticks and you're seeing a couple $100, yeah, that's typically why people end up over trading, giving it all back. Less hands. Yeah, nice, Ian. I like that. Yeah, even with the combine, like I say, these ranges are absolutely huge. Look at how much gold was up from this 30-minute fake out today. That's 1,000 ticks at 1 micro, just a single micro. That's $1,000. Well, you could take one of them trades a whole entire week and you've just made $1,000 for the week. Like, that's amazing. $1,000 with 1 micro, like, that's crazy. These ranges are huge. Even this 30-minute fake out here, you took this bullish closure from here to here, 123 ticks. That's a great trade right there. A long-term holding investment portfolio? Nah, I don't hold for multiple years, man. I have a stock portfolio, but I don't just hold for years, no, man. I hold for maybe a couple months, but not for years, no. With just basic, just trading knowledge, you don't really need to just buy and hope and hold. For instance, like the meta trade that I took, the Amazon trades that I took this year. If I didn't close them by just looking at very simple support and resistance, I was just hoping that they go up, I would have given back a lot of gains. For example, I bought Meta around 600-ish and closed right at like 740. If I didn't close, it'd be right back down. So I was being up 17% to back down to 10. So now with I don't buy and just leave it for years. No, like I say, if we have super basic trading knowledge, which we all do, is you don't need super complicated technicals. For stocks, it's like, no, I'll just play the big ranges. I don't really care about trying to hold into huge new all-time highs. The only big trade I took like that was AMD. That's the only real trade I took. I was buying AMD below 100 and got out at like 230. That's the only real trade that I held like that. But even still, I held it from May and got out in like October. But no, I don't have a portfolio where I just buy and hold and leave it for years. With how we can read the markets, there's no real need to. I would leave so much money on the table, a crazy amount. Yes, yeah, 10 ticks for micro, $10. Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. So I see Goldie trying to pull back here, guys. Don't be too surprised to see a bit of a range. There's no, you know, why did we range yesterday after London? Well, there was no liquidity levels, there was no real breakouts. You kind of chopped a lot. Pretty much doing the same thing here. Very, 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 very similar. Silver trying to top out a little bit. Let's see NQ. I like shorts on NQ. Trying to get back below. NQ could shape up. Remember, I like shorts on NQ. I don't trade it, but shorts do look nice. What would be the title of your trading book? Good question, man. Good question. I actually don't know. I'm trying to work on a psychology journal, like an interactive trading psychology journal, a physical journal. That's something that's something I want to bring out this year. I've been working on it for quite a while. An interactive one you can write in it every morning, like an actual physical, nice trading psychology journal. That's my next project I'm trying to work on. Nice, that's crazy, man. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, see, I honestly, but if I buy and sell stocks, for example, if I show you guys, let me see if I can show you guys my. We got time here. I'll show you guys my trading view. Let me see if I can get this across. If I show you guys this, that was AMD again. That was a situation where I did take that. Actually, I'll show Amazon. Amazon, I made great profit on Amazon. For instance, here was my Amazon trade. Here, I bought Amazon from around here, and I took it out right around here. So that right there was like I think it was like an 8 to 9% trade. Now, if I had just held this and just left it and just hoped that it would have pushed up, well, I would have been up, you know, 9% to back down to only 4%. Whereas the reason that I was exiting this trade is I'm just playing the ranges, just super simple technicals, buying off a decent breakout support, playing the range. Same as Metastock, closed I think like 12,000 on Meta. I don't have my, I can't remember my risk to reward. Do I have it on a different chart? Let me see. There you go. That was my Meta trade. Again, I bought off this major support. I mean, Meta's just a great stock to buy anyway. And again, where did I play it up into? Just super simple. Playing it back up into the resistance. Again, if I just held this and just hoped and just left it for years, well, so look how much I've just would leave on the table in all these ranges. Look at this. The amount of money I would leave them just playing these ranges, even here. Like if I bought from here, just playing this range, up 22% to then back down to minus 20. It's like I would just, brother, just take it from here to here, I'm out. Here to here, I'm out. And then I can just keep doing the same thing, and I'll end up making more from a percent than just buying and hoping and holding. So for me now, I just play these ranges. Same as stocks we're watching. You know, Netflix is coming into some potentially good levels. Microsoft maybe, but Microsoft's selling off like crazy. But again, this is a good area where Microsoft could get interesting. I mean, right now it's just a complete falling knife, but it could get interesting. Could get interesting. Let's see if I can. How do we get back here, guys? There we go. Let me get back. Yeah, definitely. Yep. How to be a trade investor at the same time. Yeah. My I'd say with my stocks, I'm not really being an investor. I'm also being a swing trader, as opposed to just I don't like buying anything, just buying and hoping and holding. I prefer to play the huge ranges. Goldie just kind of chopping up here, guys. Nothing really happening. Look at this 5-minute time frame. You're bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. A lot of noise up here. I don't do contract sizes on stocks, man. Yeah, exactly, and exactly. That's it. I only ever look at my stock profits when it's actually closed. Locked in. I would say, I mean, you want to diversify, so I mean, you got Microsoft selling off like crazy, whereas you have Meta that's already had a great run this year. So if you just bought Microsoft and didn't buy anything else, you'd be massively down right now. So I would definitely say diversify. I would definitely say diversify. Because you can have some stocks to go up, you can have some stocks to go down. Like you got, for instance, you know, Microsoft's down a lot. Netflix is down. I think Tesla's down. So if you just bought them, whereas you look at something like Google, Google's massively up right now. I'm fully out of Google, but Google's massively up. So then you could end up just buying the wrong stocks. And I personally prefer to diversify. Do you take advice from other traders or only listen to yourself as a trader? No, you can't make money just listening to other traders. Because if you try and make money listening to other traders, when their trades don't work, you look for reasons to blame other people. And trading is all about taking responsibility for what you do. You are the only person in control of pressing that buy and sell button. So for stocks, I might listen to people who maybe break down stocks in a more detailed way that I have the time or desire to. But do I say I'm going to buy this stock because this person said to buy a stock? Absolutely not. And that's where most people in the early days fall victim to following to signal services. Because if they follow a signal and that trader loses, they go, oh, it was his fault. It was that person's fault. I lost because of them. But it's like, no, you lost because you pressed that button. Which is exactly why I don't give trading signals. Because people love to blame you for when something goes wrong, as opposed to taking responsibility to the fact that you press that button. Same as if I take a trade right now and it doesn't work and you guys copy it, you go, oh, that was Aaron's fault. No, it was purely your fault. So no, don't ever take advice and follow along with other traders. You can listen to traders, understand what they're doing and why. But if you don't put your own analysis on it, then you will never take responsibility for your actions in the markets, which is the most important part. Hell no. Goldie's just chopping up here, guys. We're literally not moving. Unfortunately, we're doing absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, to me, gold looks like it wants to pull back. But look at this price action. If you look at the price action from yesterday, look at this. You could have got chopped up all day long here yesterday, or you can say, you know what? I'm gonna wait for liquidity to be formed. I'm gonna wait for an hourly breakout, and then I'm gonna take my trade. Well, we'll do the exact same thing right here. But right now, it is very, 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 very tough in here. There's not really a question of where's a good pullback for long. I don't know. Support. I don't know. Who knows? Wait for the markets to show you it. I have no idea. Previous support and resistance, I guess. But your job isn't to find out where's a good place for a pullback to go long. Your job is to see reversal signs and take the trade. Like right here. If I knew where was the place where we were going to pull back to and then go long, I'd be saying it. You're not trying to think about where do we pull back to go long. You let the markets pull back, show your reversal signs, then you take the trade. Same as here. I thought price could pull back and find support to go long. Oh, again, the markets don't care about what I think. We found support here and we broke out. So just take it from here. Do you go through a period of studying every indicator under the sun before being comfortable with purely price action approach? Not, yeah, definitely not every indicator. But I looked at a couple of indicators before. But yeah, just for me personally, I would just rely on them too much. So I just got to a point where I was like, no, I just want to, to me, pure price action makes the most sense. But yeah, I have looked at a lot of indicators before. And it's not to say that it does or doesn't work. It's more so just say it just didn't work for me. I would just become too reliant on them and treat it like it was some sort of secret strategy or where's this? But yeah, I would just rely on them too much. There you go. Which time frame should I do my analysis of? 5 or 15? Neither. 5 and 15 is purely to execute. Higher time frames where you do your analysis. 30-minute hourly time frame. 5 minutes to press buy and sell based on the hard work you've done on the higher time frame. For me, again, you're asking how I do it, that's how I do it. Some people might say otherwise, but for me personally, no. If I try and do analysis on the 5 minute, you will have days like this where you just get absolutely blown up. So no. For me personally, 5 minute is just to press buy and sell. All my analysis done daily, weekly, 4 hourly, 30-minute, lower time frame, purely for execution. 15 as well. I'm not a huge fan of the 15-minute time frame. I think 30-minute is much nicer. I find the 15 reading price action is just, again, same as the 5-minute, a bit too unreliable. So I stick to analysis. Where's the music gone again? The music's gone. I stick to the analysis on higher time frame. You'll just get much easier, clean, nice trades. Look at Goldie, guys. Goldie in London just chopping. So much chop. Yeah, 30-minute works great. Yeah, exactly. I honestly think, Sean, the past, as long as I can remember, to be honest, man. As long as I can remember. Yeah, why is Alice shouting? He's going in timeout. Yeah, like I say, if you do look how many times these, for instance, part of our strategy is the fake out plays. Well, look how many times these don't work out in the 5-minute. Now, why would you not take a 5-minute fake out from here? Well, because look at where we're at in the 30-minute. We're closing very doji. So if the 30 minutes closing doji, same as yesterday, if the hourly and 30 minutes chopping in here, the 5-minute will just chop you up all day long. You try and take the breakout, doesn't work. You try and go short, doesn't work. You try and go long, doesn't work. And eventually, finally, it has the push. And where does it have the push? 30-minute breakout. So you really don't miss anything waiting for like an hourly or 30-minute closure. It also means you don't have to sit here and watch the charts all day long. Like if I'm looking for an hourly or a 30-minute breakout, I'm just coming back at every 30 or hourly candle close. Is there something worthwhile for me sat down to watch right now? No? Cool. Wait for the hourly. If the answer is yes, fantastic. Now I'll look to trade the lower time frame. You can save yourself a lot of unnecessary stress when you wait for 30-minute hourly candle closures and then you take the 5-minute. You will have much better consistency. Yeah, Alad loves the 1 minute. Yeah, Alad's crazy. But again, that's why I say, each to your own. If you like to do off the 5-minute, great. For me personally, trading gold for a long time, my best, most reliable setups, hourly 30-minute candle closures. Do you think session highs and lows through a day with open helps for targets? Not for me personally, man. It's not something I use. My targets are just based on liquidity levels. I just find it much simpler. Sometimes it might line up like an Asia high or Asia low or London low, London high. But no, it's not something I use, man. My liquidity levels are just work out very well just as they are, just trying to find levels that price hasn't re-grabbed. Like for instance, the buys from yesterday was up into here and here. Beautiful longs up into them highs. There's nothing to do with session open highs and lows. If it lines up with that, fantastic. But no, it doesn't really change the fact that I can kind of see it here anyway. But again, though, just because I don't use it, it might help you draw on and spot liquidity levels easier. which could work. But for me personally, no, I don't mark on session highs and lows. Nah, nothing missed, man. Nothing missed. Nothing missed. Let me see. Goldie's still, yeah. Goldie's in a big chop here today, guys. Goldie's sleeping again. Wow, look at this. NQ selling off. You guys who trade NQ, I don't trade it. There's your NQ breakout. Look at that for a sell-off. Right above the double top. 25,500. Big push. So, if gold could if gold could wake up like NQ, then that would be fantastic. Silver is also, again, ranging. Now, why is it no surprise to see gold and silver ranging? Well, look how much we moved up here, guys. Look how much we moved. You know, you can't see this range go, it's so annoying. Like, why is it gold not moving? Why would we move? We've just ripped up, 1,900 ticks. So what do the markets do? We move up, we range, we move up, we range, we move up. Well, guess what? We're going to range. So it's no surprise to see gold ranging up here. So, don't get frustrated seeing this price action. It's completely normal. Completely normal. Yeah, definitely, Jose. It's definitely a good trade. I would want to be in already, though, to be honest, man. I would want to be in here. I wouldn't buy this out. I would want to buy this one, man. Which I was actually looking at buying that pre-London. I don't know about Topstep big. I'd be buying this. Let me just bring it down a little bit. I'll be buying here. As soon as you see this candle here, tag the lows, close bullish. Yeah, you'd buy in this hour. I wouldn't buy this one because you're already at resistance. You're already above previous highs. So, yeah, I wouldn't buy the 8 a.m. candle. I would buy the 7 a.m. one. That's a perfect morning star. Because as soon as you hit this resistance to the left, well, then I'd have to manage. Because if I buy this hour, yeah, I feel like it can just go against me pretty quick. So yeah, I would definitely buy this on the lower time frame. It was a perfect 30-minute fake out like this. Like that would have been a very nice buy. Trying to play it maybe back up into these levels. You might take a break even. You might take a little bit off. But after you've hit this resistance here and failed to close above these previous highs, then yeah, I would get out. This is what this is what gold's doing to us. This is what ranging markets. Don't you think trading is a scam? I don't know what that means. When you think about the word trading, what does that actually mean for trading, the trading world to be a scam? Like, what does that mean? Are the markets going up or down? Yeah, of course they are. They're going up and they're going up down. So what part of this would be a scam? What possible part of markets going up and down could be a scam? Is there scams in trading? Yes, absolutely. But is trading, are the markets a scam? How's that possible? How would that be possible? The markets are moving. What would be the scam in here? Yes, yeah, it's only a scam if I lose. If I lose, yeah, trading is a scam. But I don't know. You have to think about that question. What does that mean? Is trading a scam? Yeah, there's of course, yeah, there's plenty of scams in trading, but is trading itself a scam? It doesn't really. The question doesn't really make sense. Yeah, Deep Red Ask is life a scam. Yeah, Londoners. Yeah, Londoners. But is maybe you could ask, is day trading a scam? Maybe I could maybe make more sense of that. Is it possible to actually make money day trading? Or if I just show you my Topstep payouts for the last month, I've taken out over 10,000 here just from Topstep in the last month. So about 12,500. So is day trading a scam? No, day trading is not a scam. Is there scams in the markets? Absolutely, absolutely. It's remember, trading is if you think trading is a get rich quick scheme, then yes, absolutely trading is a scam. Trading can be a scam if you try and treat it like one. Trading financial markets is a career that takes a long time to get somewhat good at. Favorite podcast? Ooh, I don't really have one, to be honest, man. Yes, that yeah, inside trading. That now that is a scam. Dumping gold. Could dumping gold last week maybe be a little bit of a scam? Maybe. Favorite podcast? I don't really have a favorite podcast, to be honest, man. I obviously got the OG like Joe Rogan and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite podcast. I don't know. I used to really like Chat with Traders, but then the guy who used to host it doesn't do it anymore, so I haven't really watched that. That used to be my favorite trading podcast, but I don't really have any favorite trading podcast. Yeah, nice one, Kate. Enjoy, man. Good job on the gold longs today. Great trade, man. So gold having a bit of a pullback here, guys. Silver again not really moving. We've got NQ continuing to sell off, having a bit of a pullback. I like to see NQ a bit of a head and shoulders and see if you can squeeze lower. Are prop firms and trading drawdown a scam? No, it's the rules that you decide to take on if you want to trade with a firm that has trailing drawdowns. Is it a scam if you accept the rules and put your money in? I don't think so. If that's the rules, that's the rules. Are the rules a little bit harsh? Maybe. I don't think it's a scam. It's definitely not a scam. If there was, you know what, if there was a prop firm that promised you the world but had hidden rules that were literally unable to find, like which you get in the FX world, then yes, that can be. But if the rules are very clear to you, clearly written, yeah, not a scam. I've traded props of trading drawdown. No, definitely not a scam. Yeah, exactly, but exactly. What do I want to see before buying? I want to see just volume, man. Just volume. Any sort of breakout. I don't really have any targets right now on gold. You got resistance here. You got support here. It's honestly, it's pretty tough for me. If anything, I kind of want to sell gold. But again, the reason I'm not selling gold is because I'm trying to trade what I want to happen as opposed to what do I see. So I want to short gold because I believe gold can have a decent pullback into maybe 50-40, kind of like I said yesterday. But again, does that mean I just start selling for no reason? Not at all. So if I want to short gold, I just want to see a bit of a breakout of this range, because right now, as much as I might want to short, we're bullish. I can't ignore the fact that this is a bullish hourly morning star. So if I want to sell gold, I probably want to see a bit of an hourly breakout, quick pullback, and then see if I can short. I'm not a huge fan of buying gold this high. I think if I was going to be a buyer on gold, I'd want to be a buyer back down here. Therefore, if I want to be a buyer back down here, and that's, 500 ticks away, well, I would like to anchor some shorts down into that level before potentially going long. But again, like I say, although I want to short gold, I can't ignore that gold today alone is up 1,500 ticks, 150 points, which is just huge for gold. So if I'm going to sell it and I'm going to trade against that, well, I want to do it with good confirmation, and I want to let the market show me that resistance is being formed. We break out and then I'll simply follow it. Remember, we're not trying to fight the markets. We can't control the markets. We're simply trying to follow the markets. So rather than me trying to predict up here, I'll let the markets break out and then I'll follow it. I want to be in flow with the markets as opposed to trying to fight them. Same as the trade that I took, the shorts that I took on Monday. The markets broke out, I followed the markets and made great money. As opposed to trying to predict up here or predict up here. Let the markets break out, follow it. Ride the wave of the markets. So if I want to buy, yeah, I want to see a decent pullback to buy. Not that I use fibs much anymore, but if we look at how much we've pushed here today, even 50% of this move would take us right back down to that area that I'm kind of talking about, which also lines up nicely with 5,000 as well. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, man. I see a lot of it. I see it nice. Don't normally trade silver. Nice. Put that perfectly. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice, again, nice hourly confirmation there, Glenn. I like that trade. What makes that trade nice as opposed to what we're working with right now is clear targets. I like that trade. Great trade, man. Execute. Walk away. Perfect trade. Had a few hourly liquidity grabs. Had some nice clear targets. They're the trades we want, man. That's a really, really, really nice trade. Really nice trade. Yeah, maybe we got to go back to that one, yeah. That gives us some entertainment. Yeah, and hovering around the 50%, yep, which is a good point. So hovering around 50% of this huge move down. So this could be a big make or break level right now on gold. We've had this huge sell-off. We had this massive pullback. So we're going to see something like this. I doubt it, but maybe if we even just see this. I think even just this part of this big move before potentially going like this or even like this. Even just if we take from here to here, I think that would be a good move. But if I want to take that move, I have to see a strong, at least an hourly breakout in order for me to want to fight against this big move up. Because if I do short, yeah, you are fighting against this, which I definitely don't want to do yet. The buyers are absolutely in control here, and I'm not trying to fight against them because they are very, very strong right now. 1,500 ticks, like that's a strong move. So I know it's tough and annoying for London guys, but again, like I say, it's no surprise. Gold's up massive in Asia. So to see a range in here, that's just how the markets move. Whether it happens in London, whether it happens in New York, it's just how the markets move. We can't control it. We can just accept it and be like, you know what? It's fine. Let me wait for a breakout and then follow the markets. What do you think about picking up that liquidity on the 15-minute? Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Which way? Because I can see it both sides. If you mean the grabbing the lows, well, we can't ignore we also did the same thing to the highs and failed to push bearish. We tagged the highs, we're also tagging the lows. So if anything, it's just a range. We can't see we can't see this and go, oh, we're grabbing the lows, it's time to go long, without seeing the exact same thing to the highs. You've wicked the highs, you've also wicked the lows. So from a neutral perspective, support, resistance. Nice one, Seller. See you next time, man. So it's yeah, I can see what you mean. You know, it's a bit of a liquidity wick here. Is this enough for me to want to buy? Well, look at the hourly time frame. You just tagged previous hourly highs and you're holding resistance. So you're holding support, holding resistance. Yeah, good idea, Alex. Good. If the 30-minute close is bullish on NQ, do you think it could be a buy? Let's have a look, man. Let's see. Well, you have to see where would you be targeting. If the 30-minute close is bullish, well, that's the last 30-minute of the hourly. So I would more so be watching this hourly close. And if the 30-minute close is bullish, let's say it closes, let's say that like right now on NQ, it closes like this. Well, if we look at the hourly time frame, that's still a pretty strong breakout. And if we were going to have a reversal, I would say we'll very likely come down and wick the lows first. So personally, it would depend on how bullish we close to more so see how that hourly is going to close. Like let's say if right now NQ on this 30-minute closes more above here. Let's say if it closes that bullish, then you'd go, okay, well, now that hourly is getting a steep wick rejection. So therefore, yeah, maybe you could buy it. But the only thing with buying it is you are buying right into resistance and a liquidity grab. So I would say, yeah, let this 30-minute close. I think that's definitely a smart trade. But see this hourly. Are we going to close back below this resistance? Remember, it's always important to look at what 30-minute are you at of the higher time frame. Do you close above? Do you close below? If the 30-minute close is bullish and it's the last 30 of the hourly, then cool, you could go long. If hourly still breaks out, well, then I wouldn't worry too much about buying. 120, yeah. So let's see. It's always good to, every time I'm looking at like a 15 close or a 30-minute close or you know, even on watching the 5 minute, I'm always looking down here and seeing where we're at. I always want to see what time are we at? Is it the last 15 of the hourly? Is it the last 30 minute of the hourly? Because like I say, if this 30-minute closed doji, would you buy it? Well, I'd go look at the hourly. Go, oh, well, the hourly's still closing bearish, so not yet. Let's have a look here, guys. Silver longs. Let me see. Hourly highs. Hourly highs. Yeah, I mean, you're buying at literally the highest point of the week. You're buying at the highest point of the week. You're buying at the highest point of the day. Do I want to be a buyer at support or resistance? Because if you buy silver right now to hope to squeeze out hourly highs, well, you're a buyer at literally the highest point we have been so far this week. So yeah, there could be a little scalp there, but again, as I would say, it's very risky buying here as opposed to buying back down here or back down here. Where's the current support on silver right now? I would say support's here, here, and here. Buying up into resistance, whereas here you're literally buying the highest point of this whole entire push up. For me personally, buying here to hope to squeeze out a couple of ticks to get an hourly high is like almost taking the scraps of the markets. You're trying to get the tiniest point of the markets when you've already had this very, very clean move up. So if I'm going to risk my money on a trade, you know, I'm not really too interested in trying to, again, I'm not saying it won't work out, but I'm not really interested in trying to catch, you know, this. When you've already pushed this much, I feel like I'm just trying to pick up the crumbs of the markets. And that's where you end up getting in the bad trades. Whereas if you're buying into this liquidity, great, you're buying at support into nice highs. But if I buy from here to here, it's like, yeah, might hit, but it's like, it's a pretty poor quality trade, personally, man. I would stay away from them ones. Sometimes you can see trades where it's like you might squeeze some highs, but it's like you kind of have to ask yourself, am I just trying to scrape at the tiniest bit of the markets when I know there's already been way cleaner moves today? And this isn't going to be the only clean move of the day. So, nice one, Glenn. See you next time, man. Let's see here, Sean. Damn, yeah, see, that was a nice trade, man. What time frame is that? Hourly. Yeah, that was a really nice trade. That's a real shame. Yeah, look at that hourly liquidity wick. Could have got back in on the flip, though. Wow, look at that 30. Ripped. Whoa. That's crazy, Nick. That's crazy, mate. So imagine if that was on a XFA, man. That's insane. That's insane. I've done that before. Like, I think I got. You guys remember? I think I got one of mine. It's like 90 or something by accident on the retreat. So yeah, YouTube guys, we'll leave it there, guys. These markets are very, very rangy right now, guys. Don't trade up here. Don't force it, because like I say, you might get a clear move into the New York session, and you'll thank yourself for staying patient right now, which I'm doing. It's the reason I'm only trading on a combine. The markets are very, very, very range bound up here, guys. Gold is already up very, very high this week, and I really want to see a bit of an hourly breakout to see if we can short. But in terms of London, yeah, I think patience is paying right now, guys. We are pretty much in the exact same place that we started the stream with. Nothing missed and no real movement on gold. So the patience has paid. I've protected the capital. That's an absolute win. But more importantly, I've also protected my mental capital. So when the markets break out later on, which they will, I'll be able to execute well because I'm not so stressed about trying to trade in the current conditions right now. So the best thing you guys can do here, set your alerts, walk away, and let the markets come to you, and we'll be right back again, same time tomorrow. So trade safe, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.